avviso agli aiuti. prolungare la partita per raggiungere quel risultato, capito? Lo fai nel limite del realismo, tra virgolette, per quanto possa essere reale, di farcela. Però non vai a prolungare la partita, non vai a mettere a rischio il risultato di una partita per raggiungere quell'obiettivo là, perché è contro logica. Cioè, questo è il mio parere, poi ripeto. Non ti avrei dato neanche, non ti avrei detto di farlo, perché è una partita in cui io non sto giocando più, se sto perdendo mi sto inginocchiando, quindi non ho interesse a proseguire. Tu fai quello che ti pare, però non ce lo stai facendo da solo. Ognuno reagisce come gli pare. Mentre in Lega setto la trasmissione, un attimo, ti mando la foto.
Vieni Amanda, c'è tutto per i vestiti, vieni. Dove vai Amanda? Mandy, scambiamo? Sì. Andiamo, su. A cambiarti
Infatti lascia stare, io sono invece una cosa che, cioè, sono d'accordo con te, non ne ho mai fatto una questione di rispetto, cioè quella è un'altra cosa, non c'entra niente. Io sto parlando di una cosa di regolamento, cioè che secondo me quello deve essere considerato migliorato. Sì, vabbè, poi ne parliamo dopo la partita se vuoi, quando sarai bello nervoso per la sconfitta che ti infliggerò. Però è diverso perché in quel tuo caso è estremo, perché? Perché la partita è oggettivamente finita, cioè tu avevi finito, lui non stava più continuando e l'hai prolungata per ottenere quel risultato. Tutto qua, non c'entrano le statistiche o altro, è una partita che era oggettivamente finita. Cioè, se non fosse stato per quello, per raggiungere l'obiettivo, tu non l'avresti mai chiamato quel timeout, avresti lasciato finire la partita. Quindi questa è la differenza.
Vestiamoci. Amanda! Allora ti stai finendo i capelli? Allora stai.
Ma come diceva Buran, il problema non è le stazze, cioè tu non fai i numeri grossi per il piacere dei numeri grossi, cioè non è che gli vuoi far fare 300 yard, tu gli fai fare 300 yard per migliorare il giocatore. È indifferente come lo migliori, se lo migliori raggiungendo la sfida o se lo migliori facendogli fare 10.000 yard. Il risultato è sempre quello, capito? No, il rispettoso manco io, non è una questione di rispetto secondo me. Invece illegittimo in base alle regole secondo me sì, però ripeto, queste sono opinioni personali. Ma ti mando il pollice ed entriamo. E tra l'altro con la sconfitta di cosa, come si chiama? Di Christian, la sconfitta di Rubiconi, che quindi diciamo esce anche dalla cosa prediction, tu stai praticamente primo quasi automatico, cioè non matematicamente, però ormai stai là.
Ragazzi, riuscite a tenere a bada le mani, però.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
What? 20.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one.
Here we go. 76. 76. Yeah, we're close.
Check 59. Here we go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Goff now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
SOS. Check it out, Reed. Switch.
Louis.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. Check, check, check. 21, 21. Here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go, here we go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Two.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! We want this. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Anita però, dillo subito papà.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, it's Gurley. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Goff airing it out deep for Woods. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some doubt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Get ready. Get ready.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike, check. 59. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punt.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
In your face.
Gone. He gets it to Cross. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now shift.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball, at least on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Kill, 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 turn up. Kill, 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 turn up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Wait.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Cut.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Watch the ship. Tiger, Tiger. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Oh, you got your
From the gun on third down. Gone. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On the return is Pettis. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside the game. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Switch, switch, switch.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the edge.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And this is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go,
After
here we
an
go.
incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Over there, single receiver. I got 11, I got 11. He's mine, he's mine.
To throw is Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. He's got a man. Complete. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. 11, 11, 11, 11. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. 180. Check, 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 check. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hatch it. Hatch it. Twenty-one. Here we go.
Snap comes at 1. Now for him on the year. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Mike 51.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike spot forward. 3 buzz. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike.
A shotgun snap for gone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Downfield, as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here comes Pettis on the return.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll begin the drive with Breida. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Whoa, it still won't go down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Here we go. Wait, 80. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 3. 21. 6-6, pull it high. Mike, check, 59. Hey, they're scared. Kill. 12, fellas, here we go.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to fire one run deep over the middle. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
All day, baby, all day.
Check, cross. 2 for 1. Cross.
Check 37, check 37.
Now gone. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. He'll take it at the 42. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Double time.
4 down, 4 down.
My chance.
65.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and it's second down.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Value one. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check.
Now it's gone. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's fourth down.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And the 49ers first down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Don't get nervous.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
This is Breida, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? 11. Here we go. Check. Check, hot, hot.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long.
Here we go. 180. We got 4. We got 4.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 56. Mike's 56.
From the gun, here's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, shoot! 94 is the mark. Record.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to fire the this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort, and you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Who that? Who that? Shell.
Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Goff now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Check 52.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
180. 54. Ric Flair. Defense.
Again they run with Gurley. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. To throw is gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 10. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here we go. 180. No. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180.
Check. You know, I'm coming after you. 36.
11.
Watch the twins.
On first down, here's Breida. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm going back to you.
12.
He's checking crack.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss.
Here we go.
I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mike 5'9".
Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Go ground. Ground. Check, check. Ground. 54. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Shoot.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go. 180. 54 Mike. Get your swerve on.
On second down, here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
I smell fear in that offense. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Going up top for Cup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Cal. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. 3 bucks.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they declined the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Blue draw Corkers.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
He wasn't ready.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. They run again with Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, alert! 94 is the mark. I'm coming. 94 is the mark.
To throw is Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Value one.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check 26, check 26.
They run. It's Gurley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Nice play. 59. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.
Brings up second and 11 at the 49.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the kick is good. The young rookie coming through like a 10-year vet. And the Rams have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for L.A., their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in